Okay, so I'm here just doing this in my office, same day. The reason I bring that up is because I did this before class, but not, it didn't take me hours or days in order to kind of put this together. This little video is going to introduce the idea of the flipped classroom. We've already talked about it in class, but we want to kind of talk through what it is, and then we're going to talk about a little assignment you guys are going to have. So imagine, if you will, I gave this to you before class started. I didn't want to give you any extra assignments, something to watch, so we're just watching at the beginning of class today. But I could have very easily sent you this link to this YouTube video and had you watch this before you came in, and then that way you'd be prepared for what we were going to do. Uh, so I'm going to introduce really quickly in about a minute or two what the flipped classroom is. We just, or maybe for many of you, just a reminder of what it is. So a flipped classroom is it's a model of teaching that involves direct instruction outside of the classroom, homework, and active engagement of students inside of the classroom. And so this gets challenging because of the whole idea of the digital divide. Some students having materials, some not. Some having resources, some not. Most families have cell phones with data access, but that's an assumption, and it's a bad assumption. So we should make sure that no student is quote unquote left behind. Sorry to quote the law, but we want to make sure that all students have access to the materials. And so the idea of the flipped classroom is that they're going to have a some sort of multimedia presentation or something that they have to watch. It's traditionally a video or audio, but it's even dangerous to use the word traditionally in this because you're talking about something that changes all the time, right? So it could be some sort of animated thing. It could be a silly Prezi thing. It could be part of your pod. It could be just about anything. And it also can include audience participation technology stuff like we've done in class, like that's in Nearpod, like in Socrative, like that's in even Pull Anywhere, Pull Everywhere if you're doing that kind of in a specific, I guess, sync time. But you want to present the direct instruction aspects of the lesson outside of the classroom in some sort of format. So you can create your own videos, or you could use things like Khan Academy, find stuff on YouTube, find stuff in Vimeo, or whatever it's going to be, and then that becomes the primary method of direct instruction for the students. What's nice about that, incidentally, is when students have videos like this one right here, if you had access to this on your computer, and you can merely pause and restart. It makes it pretty easy to listen. You can rewind me over and over again. Imagine in a English class in 11th grade being able to pause and return to what a teacher has said. It actually provides an interesting instructional tool. So that's one aspect, is that they absorb the content. So it doesn't matter what they're doing, whether it's in math or language arts or social studies or science or theater arts or music or in, whether it's an oratory element or even health science, whatever. It doesn't matter. PE, even teaching those types of skills. You guys have already created videos for my class and everything from how to throw a frisbee to whatever it might be. So those types of things are great. Now think about those as just a piece of the whole. And so how does it get applied in the classroom? Well, in flip might be way. Right, so there's the direct instruction aspect. That's where the student works by themselves. Then there's a face-to-face element, and that's where the students are actually doing quote unquote the homework. Or in other words, the other way to think about this is it's not just worksheets, but it's where students actually work through problems or work through real life scenarios or collaborate with each other or work with a teacher or professor or whoever it might be, and they work on whatever the problems are. So uh, I've seen it done where it's differentiated. So students come in and say, "Yeah, I didn't really understand what the classrooms are all about." Well, then you're in that group. Well, I understand a little bit. Well, then you're in that group. And then, oh man, I've got this down. Totally understand everything about it. Well, then you're in the group over there. And so then you can start differentiating based upon what students' particular comfort level is, or in their ability levels, whatever it might be. It also gives them the ability to go back and look at skills later on if they forget them later. Which is nice. They have access to this kind of library of what environment with multimedia construction components. So the students work on their particular issues right there in class. They work through particular problems. They come up with solutions, whatever it might be. Then you the uh, the element of flip that's really nice about that is that you are available for the students. You can work one on one. You can work one in small groups, and you can actually have these interactions rather than being forced to stay at the front of the classroom. All right, so I've done this in about 4 minutes and 47 seconds. So there you go. This is the perfect flipped thing. Now I'm going to give you the assignments you're going to do in class. Your assignment will be to create a little flip, and And this is not for graded purposes. This is just kind of bringing a bunch of different parts of our class together into one element. And you could actually put this in your portfolio at the end. It's not, again, it's not a grade. I just want you to have fun with this. Imagine, if you will, you're the freshman seminar instructor at Liberty University. So you're Dr. So-and-so. You're welcoming a group of 20 students. Before your students come to class, you have the opportunity for them to actually see a video or something in advance. So you want to teach them and give them some good advice on one thing about Liberty that they should know. And it may be something unique about the Liberty culture. It may be where they should go and where they should go, what's cool, what's not cool, whatever. It doesn't matter, as long as it stays appropriate. But you something that they should know about Liberty, and it's whatever it is. So you're going to teach them that content. You keep it short. Again, this video is running up to 6 minutes now. Keep it a shorter thing, 1 to 2 minutes, whatever it might be. You frankly may be able to gather videos from other sources, never even record yourself, and be able to illustrate the point. But you would have to put that in an environment where the students could absorb the content. So maybe they read a description, watch a video as an example, and then they're ready for class. So then they come into class, and you need to plan the other aspect of things, which is what are they going to do to practice that skill or learn something about it. And maybe in this particular scenario, you're getting them to just basically come in and create a presentation or something of the sort that you do. Now, you're just planning this, you're not executing it. You're going to share at the end of class what you did. So that's not the big deal. But in the process, you're going to either find video or create a little video using like your cell phone, or if you want, you can borrow my flip camera. I know you've done this in class, you're old pros. Don't spend a lot of time on dressing this video up. Let's just keep it simple. Or you can find online videos anywhere from YouTube or whatever to be able to illustrate the point. Or whatever way you want to do it. Or you can create an audio podcast if you want, if you didn't want to be seeing the video or talking through it. Or you can do video screen sharing if you want, that type of thing, like Screencast-O-Matic. So you make the choices. You've kind of covered a lot of tech this semester. You make the choice of what you're going to do. And then when you finish that aspect, you're going to put it into an online page of some sort. I recommend something like Google, like a Google page for a Google site. If you want to use something else, that's fine. I don't, you know how I am. I don't care. As long as it's accessible, that's all that matters. And then that way you can show it at the end and say, these are materials I've developed. So it may even have a short description that says, watch this video, be prepared to come in and talk about these things, whatever it is, and then you're done. And then also think through what you would have them do in class and just be able to identify that. And that is your assignment. So in the next 20 to 30 minutes, don't make this too long. Let's see what you come up with, and then we'll share and see